Good morning. Let me get this placed a little bit so the light's better. That's good. Okay, we'll just wait till a few people join. Today is the start of our Expand Your Consciousness Challenge. So far we have we've done a breathing challenge. We've done intermittent fasting challenge. Morning, Siobhan. We're now on to this expanding your consciousness. So I want to just chat a little bit about what that, morning Craig, about exactly what that means. What is it? What does it do? Why would you join in a challenge? Morning Izzy, to expand your consciousness. Morning Clementine. So basically, being conscious, being aware. Morning Leslie, understanding that thoughts come and thoughts go, feelings come, feelings go. Morning Leslie. So it's an awareness of ourselves and an awareness of the things that we're thinking, seeing, feeling, believing, having, doing, perceiving, believing. So as we evolve, and we're continuously evolving, I think there's some people seem to think we're going to stay where we are. Morning Mary. And this is a problem right now where we see the universe and we see people as fixed, rather than understanding that it's morning Leslie, happy Monday, happy new week. We see people as fixed and we see situations as fixed, and we don't understand that we forget that we're in a subjective universe as opposed to an objective one. And again, this goes to us really seeing everything and everyone as energy. And that then means that when we change our energy, the things that we see change. And that is really the most incredible thing about understanding, about letting go and meditation, etc., is that we stop wanting people out there and situations out there to change. Because as soon as we take full responsibility for our energy, then everything we see looks different. And again, if you go back to the Sedona method perspective, where we're on this emotional sliding scale, up here's the higher frequencies where solutions are, and you come down into the more contracted. Remember, the cells become contracted, and when we're down in these contracted states, it doesn't matter what you're looking at, it'll be problematic. So when we let go and we meditate and we go into coherence and we tune into different data streams of information using the phenomenal capacity we have in the brain, then we can consciously override a lot of our systems that we previously thought were fixed. Wim Hof has really globally blasted this information out to the masses, that we have enormous power over this body. And somewhere along the line, we forgot that and we gave our power away to someone else. You tell me what's wrong with my body, instead of really fully understanding that we are in here. We're the ones that know about the body. Nobody else really knows. You can take a snapshot of somebody's body in time and make a story for them around it. That's what we do in allopathic medicine. Or you can come inside and understand that you could take an MRI 300 times a week and they could all be very different depending on what we were thinking, feeling, seeing, perceiving and doing. And that's pretty mind-blowing information to know that you have the power to change your chemistry, your physiology, your electromagnetic field. And we know the electromagnetic field, which is invisible to the naked eye, is really where the magic happens, if you like. But it's not magic, it's just that nobody ever really taught us this before, and we're now waking up to this understanding that when things can travel at the speed of light, things can then change at the speed of light. Morning, Tracy. So consciousness really is about awareness of ourselves. It involves taking full responsibility for where you're at, and understanding that we're always playing a part in whatever it is. And I think right now there's never been a more challenging time to be a human in terms of the different points of view that we have and how we can clash and judge each other on how we see the world. And how we see the world is, morning Linda, is through our lens, our culture, our past experiences, our programming, our genetics. All of that is playing a part on what we see. And the big thing now that we really all have to do is be very prepared to be proved wrong. Everything is not as it seems. And that can be scary for people, and that's when people can go into contraction and attack. You know, if you're challenging people's paradigms and belief systems, expect them to trigger them and to be challenged for that. But really, to truly expand your own consciousness, you have to be prepared to challenge your own belief systems. And you have to be prepared with your heart and your brain and your pineal gland. That's where you'll get your intuition, where you'll get your deep inner feelings and knowingness. But if you've not been used to, morning Margaret, if you've not been used to trusting your intuition, loads of us aren't, then I'm sure you've all had an experience that you've gone against your gut feeling and you realised afterwards that you should have stuck to your guns. So this becomes about trust in your innate feelings and your intuition and your knowing. And as you expand your consciousness and you break down all the boundaries, all the concepts and all the labels that we've been so kindly given, things will appear differently. And that can be scary. Let's face it. We quite like our norms, the normal. We just want to get back to normal. What the hell is normal anyway? So we're going to be practicing techniques that will really help you expand and explore what you're believing about yourself and about others. And I'm sure you've heard somebody say, this person's not a good person, not a nice person, but your experience has been completely different, or vice versa. Because we all have the light and the dark side. And usually it's only those close to us that get to see the dark side. But we all have it. And it's been able to look at it and acknowledge it and move through it. So our judgment of others, our criticism of others and of ourselves, because we're probably our own harshest critic, and the needing to be right. These are the things that keep us fixed. This is the way it is. When we understand with energy how you can't fix it. You can't put it in a fixed point, because as soon as somebody looks at it, that influences it. And that's how our reality is. Excuse me, the reality is influenced by the observer. And if I am in a great mood, I will see the light side of you. And if I am in a bad mood, I can bring out the dark side in you. Simply by saying something nasty or critical or trying to bring you down or trying to be right. There's a very good chance, unless you're evolved, that you'll react to that. And of course, the very thing that expanding your consciousness means, if you look at Sadhguru, the Dalai Lama, Sai Baba, these people, they're non-reactive, non-judgmental. They see all that conflict really as egos bumping together and people wanting to be right and wanting revenge, etc. And I go into that sometimes when I think of the politicians nowadays. You can really feel real rage at how they're dealing with our supposed health crisis. You know, is it for the greater good of all, or is there an agenda? I'm not going to go into that right now. This is not what this is about. But this is about us expanding our consciousness to a level where that you don't shut other people down, you listen and have a debate about it. I mean, there's never been a more critical time in human history, certainly since I've been alive, for us really to be very alert and being conscious and, being aware doesn't mean to say that you think everything's good. Absolutely not. You have awareness of the dark. There are some really bad people on this planet that only care about money, only care about power. We know that. We've seen it. That's one brilliant thing that Netflix and Amazon bring us is documentaries on what people have done to further their own careers, to further their own financial situations. That's the reality. But so you have to know that people might take advantage of you, and I'm sure you've had experiences of that in your life. But knowing that doesn't mean to say it's an awareness that can happen, so you can really stay neutral and understand whether these people are really got your best interests at heart or not. And again, that will not be the same for all of us. So the next 2 weeks, what these challenges are really for is to help you feel better, quite simply, to help you be empowered, to understand on a daily basis, to help you become more and more empowered, to help you break down limiting beliefs that that you can't heal yourself, that you can't have that loving, amazing relationship, that you can't have an abundant flow of cash, that whatever it is, the limiting beliefs, worthiness, lovability, that you're not enough. All these things that we all carry inside ourselves. And maybe others don't see it because we can put on a good face. And maybe we hide it from others because we want to be seen to be strong, etc. And we all do all these things. So the expansion of the consciousness, why would you do it? Because you absolutely takes you away from the problem-focused mentality. It takes you out of reaction into response. It takes you into these, it literally raises your vibration, your frequency, so you feel better on a daily basis. And you're not getting mired into the fear and the judgment and the criticism and the anger and the revenge. That you stay out here. You understand that nothing is personal. And I'll be going into that bit as the week goes on. Excuse me, I'll take a drink. I've got a wee... Yeah, so there's a million reasons to do it. But the biggest one is you'll feel better. You'll feel lighter, and that will impact everybody in your family, in your workplace, all your friends. So, when it comes to taking responsibility for ourselves, we have to understand there's some people that aren't strong enough to do that right now, and we can help them on a quantum level. The more of us that get into this work and that really start to understand the power of our communities and really the power of giving back and of being of service, not for any money, just because you understand that you can help and you don't need a reward for it. You'll get a reward, but that's another story as well. So when you give back and you give back into the community and give back to those less fortunate. Now, right now I'm fortunate. Who's to say next week I wouldn't be unfortunate? I wouldn't be so fortunate. Disease and sickness can hit any one of us. So when we give, we're not giving to get back, but we're understanding that at some point we may need help, we may need support. And if we all are willing to really look at that, on this quantum level, the more of us that raise our vibration. I wrote this goal down years ago, my pal burst out laughing at me. I said, I want to raise the vibration of the planet. And how do you do that? You help everybody to move out of suffering and contraction and into these higher states of being. And it's, sometimes I find myself, I don't trust what's happening right now. I think that's pretty clear from my Facebook page. I don't trust the powers that be. I have real problems with what's going on right now. But within that, I need to keep my vibration up. So what I do is I say it's a great spiritual awakening, that things are going to work out for the better. The old systems are going to dissolve and disappear. So that is the story, the narrative that I make up to keep myself from focusing on lack of trust, is to go as something much greater is happening. So that's, paying it forward, exactly. So that's how I do it. I just keep saying that's my mantra. It's the Great Awakening. I am part of the Great Awakening. Now, is that true? I don't know. I hope so. I would love to think it is. And that's where I put my focus and attention. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a little bit of breathing, of course, because I think for most Western minds, to sit in meditation is difficult, unless you've been doing it for a long time, in which case it won't be. But when you breathe and you change your chemistry, remember, and you start to fill the body with oxygen, and then the cells automatically become into a more harmonious state. We're going to be working on air hunger. That's what Patrick McKeown calls it, where you actually focus on holding your breath more. We'll do that tomorrow, not today. And how you can use that holding your breath, literally, to create deeper states of peace and cellular expansion. And when we can do that, that's where the frequency of the brain changes, and we can get into the operating system, which is the subconscious mind. Because all these old beliefs and limiting patterns that we have are held in the hard drive, which is our body. And all the hurts from the past and the traumas and all the rubbish that we've inherited is all there. But we now understand we have the power to change that. And we can, and very simply with intention. But you want to get into the right state so that it becomes really effortless. So we're going to breathe, and then I'm going to just do a short meditation on expansion. So what I want you to visualize is your cells all expanding in a bright diamond crystal light. So, because basically, without sounding like an old hippie, we'll bring in the light, you know, all that light stuff, which you're just like, what's that about? But we're talking about actual physical light. So if the room's dark and you put the light on, you can see what's there. It's that simple. So we're going to bring in this light with our imagination and our intention. We're going to allow every single of our 60 to 80 trillion cells to be bathed in this high vibratory light. And then we're going to release whatever it is that no longer serves us, right? So it can be just generic, like you can say anything that no longer serves me, I release it now. That's you with using your free will to let go. Maybe there's something that you know you need to let go of. Maybe it's an ex, maybe it's something that happened in the past, maybe it's some childhood stuff, whatever it is, you just make a clear intention, you're going to let it go. And maybe you just say, I allow my awareness to expand, I allow my consciousness to rise, I am raising my own vibration, I am moving out of suffering. So you can use your own words, whatever feels right to you. When I'm working one-to-one with people, I run through a list of potential affirmations and people say, I like that one. Because you want to do something you like that really inspires you to go, yeah, I would love that. I would love to be free from all anxiety and fear and depression. I love to feel excited about my life on a daily basis. I am a high vibrational energy being. These kind of things, that's what you want to be saying. If you don't want it, don't say it. Flip it round 180 degrees from I am knackered to I allow myself to have more energy. What would it take for me to have more energy? I am starving if you're fasting. What would it take for me to ignore that feeling? So you're, instead of affirming all the negative stuff, I'm so busy, I just don't have time, all of that. It's like, what would it take for me to have more time? So you can feel the difference in the energy from what you're actually saying to your cells. So let's just start with the breathing exercise. We'll just work on the bellow breath because that's what we've been doing. Most people know how to do it now. If you've not joined us before, then you're just breathing fully in, into the belly, get the belly nice and full, and then just pull the belly into your spine and empty the lungs. You can do in and out through the nose, or in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose is preferable if you can, but if you can't, in and out through the mouth. So, okay, so just practice that. Again, it's quite, push your belly out as you breathe in is probably, well, certainly I used to do it the other way around. I don't know why. But obviously when you fill the lungs, it takes up more space in the body. So, okay. So, let me just blow my nose so that I'm not making a mess anywhere. So we're going to do 3 rounds. And then we are going to go into a short meditation of expansion. And again, think about, maybe there's a belief around yourself, you know, like we've all got, oh, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do it. When obviously we all have the same potential, every single one of us, in terms of what we imagine. But it's just our limiting beliefs that stop us imagining. So say, for example, doing a Facebook Live, some people would be terrified to do that. And maybe you don't want to. Some people public speaking, but maybe you know that you need to, but you're scared. So you need to let go of the limiting belief around that. Maybe you've got limiting beliefs in your relationship, in your finances, whatever it is. You go in and we're going to expand these cells, and we're going to let go of everything that no longer serves us. Maybe it's around your healing. Maybe you've been told you have an incurable or terminal disease. Again, we know from the amazing work of Kelly Turner, people have been told that and changed it around. And I'm not saying that's easy, but I'm saying it's possible when you decide that that's what the route you're going to take. So we're really looking at all these. It can be something quite small. Your mum telling you when you were young you were tone deaf and thinking you can't sing. Or it can be something huge, a doctor telling you you're going to die when you're not. You get to decide. This is about taking your power back and you deciding what's going to happen, and not allowing anyone else to paint your destiny for you. So do not underestimate the power in changing your mind and expanding your consciousness. A lot of the stuff that we're looking at right now is in the 3D, three-dimensional. This is possible and that's not. We get told and we believe other people, what they're telling us, and we don't realise that a lot of the stuff that we're taking on is limiting us and empowering somebody else and helping somebody else to make money out of their ideas and beliefs. And what we really need to be doing is looking at what's inside here, what is my heart, brain, pineal gland, what information am I getting in there? And that is really where the magic starts for us. That is where the innate power, the innate intelligence inside every single human being, it knows what to do. And that's how much power we've given away, where we actually forgot that we had all of that inside of us. And expanding your consciousness will help you not to just hope that it's true, to really feel that it's true. Okay. So let's do 3 rounds of breath, and then we'll just go straight into an expansion meditation. And then you can just switch me off. Quite often when you're doing a meditation like this, you'll go into a nice place and you want to stay there for a little bit. We'll just switch off and just stay and state if you want to, and just enjoy it. The more, again, we're creating a new habit here. The new habit that's taken us out of fight or flight and into this regenerate, restore, repair, where the magic happens, where there are no limits, where it's just all energy and there's no boundaries in there for our imagination and our intention. So if you want to go in with a very specific expansion idea, or if you want to go with a very generic, I expand and I'm letting go of all limitations that I've taken on from others that are no longer serving me. Other people's points of view, well-meaning, including mine. Always question inside your head, is it true? Does it feel, is it serving me? Is it serving my family? Is it working for my greater good? Okay, so 3 rounds of the breathing. So breathing in, fill the belly up. 5 more. Breathe all the way in and all the way out. And hold it there. Keep your eyes closed and focus in your forehead. And observe that energy. Allow yourselves to expand. Feel all that amazing crystal clear, bright diamond energy fill the cells. Okay, and breathing in. Squeeze the energy into the brain. Pull all your pelvic floor muscles, your abdominals, and squeeze. And let it go. And allow that energy. Allow the cells to expand. Allow yourself to catch your breath as we go into another round. Just make sure you're comfortable. Five more. All the way in. And all the way out. And hold it. And just be the observer. Observe what's happening in the body. Allow the cells to expand, oxygenate. Imagine that crystal diamond energy. Just allow, observe, release. And then take a nice deep breath in and squeeze that energy into the brain, up into the pineal gland. Squeeze and release. Again, just observe. Feel the change in energy. Feel the cellular expansion. Allow the body to release anything and everything it no longer needs. Allow the past to dissolve. Okay, and last set. Five more. All the way in. And all the way out. And just hold your breath for as long as you can. Keep your eyes closed and focus on the invisible. Feel the cells expand. allow yourself to let go into the deepest, lightest and brightest, highest frequencies. Use the power of your intention to tune in into coherence, into the intelligence where the solutions are. 3, 2, 1, breathe in. And squeeze. Tighten all the muscles and just gently push that energy through the base of the brain into the pineal gland. Hold it. Hold it. Focus on your forehead. Hold it. And let it go. And we're just going to do 5 hums. So breathing in. Feel the vibration go through every cell. Focus on your forehead. Play about with a note till you really feel the resonance going through every cell. Okay, just keep your eyes closed and just pay attention to the body. Some nice free breathing. Allow the intelligence to take over. Out of the mind and into the body. And feel this diamond light in the middle of your chest. Crystal clear, high vibrational, diamond light. And allow it to expand through your chest, into your shoulders, the upper digestive system. Every cell basking in this powerful, healing light. And feel the power of this light move into the internal organs. Through the lungs, the heart, lower digestive system, reproductive organs. All the way down the spine into your root centre. Through the buttocks and hips, pelvic bowl and abdomen. And the rib cage. Feel every cell bathed in this powerful healing light. Allow the cells to expand as you dissolve and release into deeper and deeper relaxation. Feel that energy throughout your entire torso. Tingling gently, ecstatically, as the cells rejoice in the relief and the feeling of unconditional love. Feel this energy go down your arms, all the way to the tips of your fingers, and down your legs, all the way to the tips of your toes. And gently rising up through your neck into your incredible brain, through the scalp, the face, jaw, eyeballs, forehead. Every cell in the body is bathed now in this bright diamond light. Allow it. Expand into it. Allow the frequency to rise gently, lovingly, as you love your cells back to harmony and balance. Allow that energy to vibrate out into the room you're in. Feel yourself become one with the energy of the room. And any area of the body that needs any special love, feel that area now. Take your attention, your awareness there. As we say the Pono Prayer. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And just be aware of the rise in your vibration, allowing everything and anything that no longer serves us to be released now. Clear intention. I am letting go of everything that no longer serves me. My health, my wealth, and my relationships. I am worthy. I am lovable. I am enough. I am safe. Allow anything that no longer serves me to be released now. Allow the cells to expand. Allow your vibration to just gently increase as we become lighter and lighter and lighter. Anything we were holding on to without understanding or knowing can be dissolved and healed now. And we expand this feeling out to all sentient beings on the planet. I allow myself to expand my consciousness, my perspectives for the greater good of all. I am letting go of anything that can cause me suffering. I am rising above the pain, the anxiety, the fear. I have the power. And then just becoming aware of the body again. And really seeing yourself the way you would love to be. Free from all dis-ease, reaction, judgment, criticism. As we focus in on a world of joy for all. And then just coming back to the body. If you want to stay in that space, switch me off and just stay in that meditation. If you're ready to come back to the room, you can just open your eyes, move your feet and your hands a little bit. Okay, so how did that feel? You can pop me a message if you manage to really change your state there, expand your consciousness. Great, Gabby. Thanks, Kimberly. Yeah, it's emotional. Yeah, I should really have said that actually. When we start to let go and we start to, yeah, it was, you're somewhere else. Yeah, that's the whole feeling. You know, I know when I started letting go and things changed dramatically in an instant. To me, it was, I just couldn't understand how you could see things so differently and so quickly. And that's really the power. I mean, I've been doing this work for a long time now, decades. So, you know, if you're new to it, it does seem like a miracle. Thanks, Janie. So the miracle is really just something that was out with our intellect, you know, and this is the thing with this work, is we're moving away from the intellect and also from giving our power away to people who we perceive to be more intellectual than us. Because when you do this work, you understand that there is no one size fits all. Thank you, Craig. And that, you know, the person that knows best for you is you. And when you decide you want to be guided to whatever it is you want, there is absolutely nothing and nobody can stop you apart from you and you giving away your power to others. Great, Tracy, thank you. So, thank you all for joining me in this Expand Your Consciousness. Great, Margaret, thank you. This is what we're going to be doing over the next 2 weeks, is that we're going to be working on this expansion of the cells, and there's different ways to do it. Obviously, getting in nature is one. Like I always say, find a way to make it easy. Maybe your 5 minutes a day is you go for a walk and you just literally touch a tree for 5 minutes and breathe beside it, knowing that that will boost your immune system and take down your stress hormones. We know that. Or you can, I'll be doing lives. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do them every day, but pretty much every day. So you can join in with me. What I'll do is I will just take the meditation out of this as well, so that you don't have to listen to all the chat. Do you do this a special time day? I think that's a good question as well. It's the good time of the day is the day where you can do it without distraction, really. Most people say do it first thing in the morning, but you know, if you're a mum, that just might not be possible. And also, if you're unwell, sometimes people are, you know, it's difficult to get going in the morning. So really, we know that, you know, a sort of routine and a practice, the body likes that. So you have to work out exactly what's going to work for you. Maybe when the kids go to bed, if you've got kids, that's the time to do it. When you go to bed, just sit in your bed and, you know, take 5-10 minutes. That's lovely, Mary. No, you don't want to move, exactly. So again, we're retraining the body, we're teaching the body. But the big thing from letting go perspective, thanks Leslie, is that when you're in that state, you can just gently and quietly work with yourself to let go of anything that no longer serves you. And this is really what the message I want to get across to you, that is that you have that power to, and it seems, you know, with the Sedona method, the simplicity of it trips people up because they cannot imagine it could be as easy as welcome it and let it go. And it is. Why are we looking for complexity all the time? And, you know, we just can't accept that you could breathe, you can intend, and you can imagine, all in the comfort of your own home. I do this normally around 10 o'clock every day, Janie. Yeah. Sometimes I have to change it because of personal circumstances, but 10 o'clock, yes, usually. So another tool for your box, and again, remember the incredible power that we have of doing this work together. And that is why I really appreciate that you join me live. Obviously, I know that's not possible for everyone, but the group stuff, you know, we're missing out on our communities these days because of all the chaos and the rules. So this is really, you know, a great way for us to all get together and support each other, because that's what we have to do. And we've already created a fantastic community on here, which I know is helping. People are writing to me every day with amazing results. So this is how we do it. Yeah, we, you know, when expanding our belief systems, it takes time and it takes courage and it takes practice. And we need to get in, you know, like for example, if I ask you to say, I am healing, and you have been led to believe that it's impossible for you to heal, then that's a big stretch. And that's possibly one of the, you know, you're going from, well, I'm dying to no, I'm healing. And we're all dying to a degree. But so if you're got these two conflicting beliefs, you want to believe you can heal, but everybody's telling you can't, that's a challenge. But if you've got enough believers around you, it makes it so much easier. And if today you can really believe that you can heal, that you can have that relationship that you would love, that job that you would love, whatever it is that you would love, If just for today you're around believers that help you believe that, then just for today it was better. None of us are guaranteed tomorrow, but this living in fear, we need to absolutely 100% get away from that. Because if mindfulness is that in this moment, everything is absolutely fine. And it's only when we take the mind away into a projected future, often helped by a lot of unhelpful others, or if we're back in the past, worrying about the past, it takes us out of this moment. And that's when suffering appears. So this expansion of our consciousness, will be working on this every day, letting go of the limitation and working on the power and really bringing that up. Okay, I think that's enough from me for today. If there's any questions, ping them to me. I will answer. Have a great week. I'll see you tomorrow at 10. Ciao. Thank you.